Good morning, everybody. Alright, today is Tuesday, April 15th, right on that, no, 25th. Oh my God, I get always so mixed up here. Alright, we are currently heading eastbound on State Route 119 in Southern California. We're in the Bakersfield area. We are currently in between Interstate 5 and Highway 99. Those are the two major north-south corridors in California. If you're not sure where 119 is, it is just, it's not too far south of Highway 58. Going toward Highway 99 eastbound right now. Toward an area that is called Pumpkin Center. Don't ask, they call it Pumpkin Center. Alright, well, actually, off of I-5, there's a Pilot truck stop. Last time I did a pickup over here in Bakersfield not long ago, where I actually started at that same Pilot, no, I didn't start at that Pilot, because I think I started at some different location and made a wrong turn, but it turned out to be an okay route still. We'll wait till we get past this light here. Alright, so we're going to be picking up a Grimmway Farms load in Arvin, which is basically on the southeast side of Bakersfield. Grimmway Farms usually is always synonymous with carrots. So, and I've been to this place before, but it's been a while. Probably a few years, 2 or 3 years, I would say. Yeah, probably a couple of years. I don't remember much. Well, actually, I do remember stuff. This guy, I can't tell because the traffic, the oncoming lights. I can't tell this. No, shit. Never mind. I couldn't tell if that lane was staying or not. And he's going a little slow for my taste. Okay, so anyway, this, yeah, I do recall this place. We'll talk more about it when we get over there. The load's going to be going to New Caney, Texas, which is a northeast Houston suburb. However, I will not be taking it all the way there. You guys know from recent videos, I have a dental appointment coming up. So I'm just picking the load up, and I'll be taking it to our San Bernardino drop yard and dropping it, and then I'll be going home for my appointment. Then I'll probably do some quick out and back route after that, because I got a medical appointment coming up the following week. Alright, we are in the area of the Panama unincorporated area here, population 300. Tiny little place here. We got Highway 99 coming up pretty soon here. Alright, so now you know what's going on. I guess story time here for you guys. Right? Just a reminder, if you don't want to hear the story time or lecturing or whatever the hell I tend to do on my videos, use the bookmarks. Alright, I have bookmarks in the descriptions always for you guys to help you guys more quickly get to parts of the video that might be of more interest to you. Okay, that said, Refuel from Hell. That'll be the theme of this one. This was a refuel I just did a week or two ago, whatever, when I picked up last time I picked up a load in Colton. I think it was last week. Something like that. Alright, well, I was Bingo Fuel. Now, Bingo Fuel is, I call it that because I'm an Air Force vet, and even though I'm not a pilot, I get a lot of the jargon. Aviator jargon. Bingo Fuel means that you only have just enough fuel to get you back to base, and that's it. So it means you can't keep hanging around doing stuff. You can't loiter around looking for targets to attack, or if you're a Coast Guard, puddle pirate. You can't keep hanging around any longer trying to find somebody who's lost at sea or something. So that's what Bingo Fuel means. Alright, well, I was kind of in this bingo fuel situation. Really, my low fuel light was on. I didn't have much to left, so I needed fuel. And right around the corner from there, from the Walmart DC there in Colton, is the Rialto Travel Center / 7-Eleven. Now, a lot of you guys who drive for JCT are well familiar with this place, or any of the guys who do reefer freight in general or in the area are familiar with it. Alright, well, I'm no stranger to getting fuel there because they actually have pretty good prices for California standards. Actually, when I got fuel there last week, it was only $4.07 a gallon, and that's actually better than the national average. So, like, man, I can complain about that. To get better than national average price fuel in California anywhere is like virtually unheard of. And that place regularly has pretty good prices there. So, yeah, I tend to like to get my fuel there when possible. Alright, we got another red light coming up here. We will continue the story here when we get past the lights. Alright guys, we got green now. Okay, so this is the location where I was getting the fuel from, or the fuel from hell. Now, mind you, I've gotten fuel there quite a few times in the past. I don't normally get fuel in California if I can avoid it. But, and again, the fuel price there is better than it is in western Arizona most of the time. So, I might start doing it a little more frequently there. Now, we're going to keep going straight ahead. We're right on top of Highway 99 right now. So anyway, mind you, I'm no stranger to getting fuel. I know their process. I know how they do things. Keep that in mind, all right? So normally when I go there, what happens is you have to go inside and set up your fuel transaction. And, you know, because I'm using my EFS card. And they, they'll have me swipe my card right away, and then they'll ask me for my information that is needed for, which is truck number and trip number. Now, this is what I was expecting to happen. What really happened though was something totally different. And then also keep in mind now, I'm going to preface this with the fact that all I was there for was to get fuel and nothing else. Wasn't even going to use the restroom, not get a drink, no get food or anything. I just wanted fuel and leave. It was a Friday. I wanted out of there ASAP because I wanted to get up to I-40, or at least up by my house or whatever, go in that direction before the afternoon and evening weekend commute and weekend fun traffic would ever got any chance in hell to cause any problems with Cajon Pass, or as I call it, the Cajon Crawl. Yeah, I didn't get so lucky because of this experience though. So I got there right at 1 p.m. I was probably still going to get some traffic, but I wasn't expecting it to be that bad by the time what time I should have been getting through there. So, and I go up there, it's finally my turn in the line, and there's this new guy working there I'd never seen before. And, I tell him I need tractor only on number 14. And, he starts setting it up or whatever, and then he's asking how much. I'm like, what do you mean how much? Just fill it up. I don't know how much I'm going to take. Just, nobody ever asked me that here. You guys just freaking open it up for me, and I get what I need, and I come back in and sign the receipt afterward. So he does something in there, I don't know, and then he says, okay, it's open. Now, mind you, I never swiped my card yet, nor did I give him my card either. And I never gave I think I gave my truck number, but never my trip number, but that was it. And So I was like, are you sure you're set up right? I don't know. It's like, I don't think you're set up right, but like, so then there's a woman who was working there who I've recognized as having been there before. She takes a quick look and says, yeah, it's open. Like, okay, if you say so. I don't think it is right though, because like I said, I'm always used to it being done a certain way, and you guys are doing something totally different now. I see a stop sign coming up here. Okay, anyway, damn dude, you got a stop sign coming up and you're trying to pass me right now. Wow, you're something special. Wouldn't be surprised if the idiot behind me tries to do the same. There's a dog right here too. Dog looks kind of like mine, actually. Alright, anyway. Why do you have your turn signal on if you're not turning? Because you're stupid. You used it to get back, move back over after passing me and didn't realize you have it on, right? Idiot lights. That's what I call that. Alright, anyway. I go out there and start filling my tanks up, and I'm thinking, you know what? I have my card still physically on me, and I never swiped it. When I get through here, if I really wanted to, I could have just driven off and never paid for my fuel, and they would have been out like $476, I think is what it came out to. Because I ended up buying like 115, 116, 117, I can't remember. It's somewhere between 115 and 120 gallons of fuel what I bought, and it came out to like $476. And you know, when I go in, I think I'm just going to sign my receipts like I normally do. And you know, when I go up there, yeah, I closed out 14, or you know, I think I said 14, whatever. And then the girl starts asking me, has me swipe my card. Put my truck number, all that shit in there. Which is okay, it's open. Like, no, you don't understand. I already got my fuel. I just want to pay for it so I can leave. So I'm a man of integrity. I'm not going to drive off and not pay for fuel that, because then hey, I could end up being charged with a crime for that one. I don't need that stupidity. Whatever kind of problems come with that, fines and bullshit. So she got confused. Then I started explaining to her what happened. Now, mind you, this girl who was opening the pump for me then had just come on duty, so she wasn't aware of the mistake that was made earlier. And so she walked into a mess that the other guy created. It was new, and she ended up having to get the manager involved, and then the manager's making phone calls, I guess to EFS or whatever, to try to correct the issue. Or I think she had to talk to like someone else, like a regional manager or something, on how to fix the issue on her POS system. That's point of sale system, by the way, guys, not piece of shit system. Okay, so it looks like this road is closed up ahead. I'm gonna probably have to turn onto Main Street and go through Lamont, or make a right turn and go down the street that goes right along the north side of my shipper. Otherwise, I would stay on this road all the way up until the street that my shipper's on. But all right, anyway. Yeah, I assume that she's on the phone trying to get help resolving it through her district manager or whoever it is first. And then she's apparently calling EFS, making several... I don't want to go through Lamont proper, so I'm going to go this way instead. Come on. Lamont isn't a very big town, but still, I don't want to go through the core of Lamont if I don't need to. I'd rather skirt around right around the outskirt of it if possible. It's less chance I'll get slowed down by slower speed limits and traffic lights and stuff. And it looks very smart. There's nothing here between here and that light, the flashing red light up ahead is the street that goes right along the north side of Grimmway Farms, or the one that I'm going to, and it's more sparse. Okay, so anyway, they're having a bitch of a time. I guess they're trying to use the computer prompt system on the EFS. They called the number on the back of the card and tried to manually authorize the transaction. But they're having a hard time. I guess the EFS system kept hanging up on them in the middle of the process, and they were just not having any luck, and they couldn't get a hold of a human at all. So yeah, and mind you, and this is already getting after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've already been there over an hour, and all I wanted was fuel, literally nothing else. Trucks, Highway 184 detour straight ahead, but I am not going that way. Alright, this is the Giorgio Road here, just in case you guys are remotely familiar with it. Alright, this guy's checking up, waiting for me. I'm going to button up as much as I can. Trying to do it as a courtesy to keep my trailer out of his lane as much as possible, but the utility pole, yeah, said, nope, you're going to use their lane no matter what. Alright, anyway, I ended up going into Carl's Jr., because there's a Carl's Jr. inside that place, and like, you know, I'm in the way. I'm confusing other people because I'm standing out of the way. There's a line that you're supposed to get into to wait your turn to get help, and so I wasn't in line because I was already being helped. But where I was standing, a lot of times people thought I was in line, and so they started to come up behind me at times, and I'd have to tell them, hey, I'm not in line, by the way, and that the line's back over there. And so I ended up asking him, hey, is it okay if I just, and I wanted to get my truck out of the fuel line. I was blocking people by, with all this. So he said, yeah, you can go ahead and park your truck, and so I do that, and then I come back in and tell him, hey, I'll be in Carl's Jr. I don't want to confuse other people. So, and when they got through, well, they were still having problems. When they kind of were getting hopeless, they came over to Carl's Jr. to let me know what the situation was. So I was like, all right, because they were asking me if I get a hold of my the JCT, the fuel people there, our fuel person, which is Josh. Well, it's like he's not going to be able to help with anything because unless there's a problem with my card status or something, it's beyond his scope. So I was like, I can call, but I know he's. Come on, dude, what are you doing? Oh, all right. Ambulance coming through. It's like I couldn't see the ambulance because there's a building over here to the left that I can't see down the road. I can only see maybe a few hundred feet north of here before the building blocks it. All right. Anyway, so. I ended up calling the number on the EFS card, and instead of using the manual thing, whatever, I used option 4, which got me in touch with a human. So I talked to them. I talked to the lady there, and telling her, hey, I've already got my fuel. I'm just trying to pay it, whatever. I need help, and these people are having a hard time getting it approved. And so they, the fuel attendant, manager, whatever, explained what the situation is. And they ended up, she first asked me, the EFS lady, have they tried manually processing it? I'm like, yeah, they've been trying, and it keeps hanging up on them. Okay, well, maybe we can give it a try, so she goes ahead and gives it a try, and it actually went through, and she got an authorization number for them, and gives the attendant, manager, whatever, the authorization number, and I'm like, I'm still eating my food. So I said, yeah, if you want, I'll hang out here and wait, make sure it actually completes itself on your POS system. I can wait, whatever. I'm already here now anyway. So they go over there and work on that, and they finally get it approved. And come back and I sign the receipt and all that, get my card back and all this shit. And by then, it was already 2:30 in the afternoon. I'd been there over 90 minutes. Ridiculous, just to get fuel. And yeah, they were telling me, yeah, this guy's new. I'm like, yeah, I was pretty sure he was, because I'm no stranger to coming here and I don't recognize the guy. And he was doing everything all fucked up, so it told me he was probably new. I said, yeah, I don't know why he didn't just ask for help instead of acting like he knew what he was doing. And they said, yeah, he's not allowed to touch that system anymore, or the diesel system anymore, or whatever. It's like, I don't know, unless he gets trained right or something, or maybe they're just going to permanently tell him you can't touch the diesel thing. I don't know. But yeah, that was my refuel from hell. You see all these lights and shit up here on the right. That'll be the Grimmway Farm facility. We're gonna go around over to the east side of it and go down, go south on the road that's just on the east side of it. And when you get over there's gonna be a driveway or an entrance, whatever, on the I guess on the southeast end of the facility. There'll be a guard shack. Normally there is someone at the shack, but when I was refreshing myself using the Google reviews and the satellite and all that, someone had said something about there not being anybody in the guard shack, and you just drive past and follow, and then make the turn over to the staging area. But now, last time I came here, there was somebody in the guard shack, and I guess I know where the emergency responders are going. They're all right over. No, there's one right over there. But yeah, and I saw other not very long ago reviews that still said that there is a person at the guard shack. So I don't know what that's all about. I'm not sure why someone said no one was there. Maybe they were just busy doing the rounds or something, or I don't know. But it's a pretty good facility here. There's a ton of room to back, as you're going to find out here. They have overnight parking available. It's not a huge staging lot, but it is there. I think they do pickups between midnight and noon. Alright, yeah, the stop sign coming up here, so we're going to make our turn. Now, and I actually got asked by our planner, who actually used to be my DM. She just became a planner recently, and yeah, I found out when I went to the yard to go congratulate her, talk to her briefly. Bad day to do it, Monday. Yeah, right here's the staging area, right here on the other side of this fence, by the way. So we're going to make the right turn here. There's plenty of room there. There's several trucks there, but there's definitely several spots available as well. Yeah, but she messaged me on my truck yesterday to ask, hey, they do appointments from 001 to noon. Dude, I don't need your lane. Do what you want to do there, dude. Appreciate it, but you don't have to sit there and wait on me. I can make my turn just fine without running my tandems off somewhere. Alright, no, this is not the... There's the guard shack right over there. Alright, so we're going to make the right turn here. Right after you pass this Tasteful, whatever, truck entrance. Man, they got enough scales there. Alright, trucks only scale. If it is your last pickup, you must weigh in. Okay, so yeah, and this is my last pickup. So we're gonna get on the scale. But yeah, so anyway, I got a 7 a.m. appointment time, and it is 6:10 right now. Yeah, I think they just want empty weight. think because last time I came here, I stupidly went into the middle lane and didn't know that I needed a scale or whatever or something. I don't remember for sure, but I'm gonna get checked in here. All right, guys. So it turns out now there are a couple guys in there, but he was telling me I don't actually have to scale in. Really didn't have to check in with them. He just said just go ahead and go over to staging and check in. Check in over to the office. All right, you're gonna see this sign here. Must be 36 degrees or less before loading. Yeah, I'd already started pre-cooling when I left the pilot. I had a pre-cooling down to 28 because of that's where it was already at. Nobody coming. Pets are not allowed outside of vehicles inside the facility. Alright, so you're going to see there's ample amount of space here to do a straight back setup for both the staging area and the dock doors. The dock doors are straight across the lane from the staging spots, which you see right here in front of us. No shortage of spots open here right now. And there's David's Catering. Yeah, I was kind of hoping there'd be like a taco truck or something here, so I'd get me like a breakfast burrito or something. Chorizo and egg. That's usually my go-to for breakfast. Alright, remember, windows down when you do back. And even if there's nobody around here, or at least you don't think there's anybody around, windows down. Never know. Alright, yeah. It's not perfect, but be a little more jerky, you stupid truck. I want my clutch and manual transmission back. Okay, you guys hear that from me all the time. Alright, so when you're going to check in, if I recall, if it's still the same way as it was last time. Last time I came here was during the pandemic, so I had to have a mask on and all that shit, and they didn't want you having any contact with other people. So what they started doing after that was introduced a QR code, like web form based check-in process. So take your phone with you. And don't forget, this is a produce shipper, so when you do produce pickups, they almost always want to know what your tractor and your trailer license plate numbers are as well. So make sure you have that info before you walk up there. And yeah, so you'll check in through the phone, and then when you get through on the phone, then you can always go to the shipping window thing, whatever, and just verify that they got the info for you and whatever else. And alright, we'll have some more for you when it's time to dock in. Alright guys, we are getting the door assignment right away. We're going to dock in the door 25 right there in front of us, pretty much. I don't see anybody with their doors open, so I'm going to go ahead and leave mine shut. Even these drop trailers have their doors closed, so I believe you can just dock in with your doors shut. I believe. Maybe wrong. I don't know. You never know with some of these places. Alright, yard jockey's getting ready to pull away. Let me make sure I know what he's doing first.
You have 5 hours and 42 minutes of remaining drive time.
Okay, also, they wanted me to set my reefer at 34 continuous. Where am I at? Oh, much. Oh, look at that. Right in front of my door. Now, some of you guys, if you're new to trucking or are not a trucker or whatever, maybe you haven't seen too many YouTube videos of truckers. Most stop doors, we usually have to open our doors before we hit the dock. But there are some, like some newer facilities that have wider doors where you actually just back all the way up until you're up against the door, and the dock workers will actually open the door from inside the building. This looks like it might be the ladder design. Yeah, this guy here. So this guy over here to my left is maybe a few feet forward of the door, of the dock door, but like I said, I can see all the drop trailers. I don't see any doors swung open on anything right now, and looking at the actual the dock door design, looks like it's probably the kind that they open from inside the building. So that said, all right, if everything goes well, we'll just be we'll get loaded and then get out of here when it's time to head out. Alright guys, we are done loading here. It's only 7:41, so I was only in the dock door for just a tad over an hour. I'm gonna have to call him back. That is a much more experienced driver who drives for us. He's actually been with JCT longer than me as well. We were having a discussion on Facebook about whether you had to be in sleeper berth status when doing the 2 or 3 hour part of an 8-2 or 7-3 split. Apparently somebody's giving some bad information that you have to be in sleeper berth when you're doing those splits. And that's not true. You have to be in sleeper berth for the 7 or 8 hour part of it, but the 2 or 3 hour part, there can be any combination of off duty and or sleeper berth. Alright, from here, stop ahead. I'm going to scale out. I haven't put the seal on yet because they have an on-site scale. I'd like to double check that my weights are good. It is a heavy load. It is 41,000 and change. It's a load of carrots. Let's see, I'm kind of shifting the weight right now, so can't even tell you what my actual my drive axle indication is right now. It's up there around 32, 33, so I suspect it'll probably be pretty well balanced. Truck's only scale on the far right lane. Okay. Yeah, now something I also want to watch for, there are signs saying that like the CB channel, whatever, for scale, because a lot of times they have that, but they don't. Outbound traffic, no stopping. Come on. Now, I don't know if this just is a full weight scale or if it's if we can do axles, but kind of looks like it can do all axles into all the axles, but I can't tell because the water that's on it. Can't tell if this is a one-piece scale or no. This is separate. This is section. Yeah, I should be able to get axle weights off this. I don't know for sure, but we'll find out. We'll get up here to where I get my door. check with them real quick. Alright guys, well, so it turns out, yeah, she was trying to flip the light, but it's hard to see because it's not very bright. Let's see, what do we have coming on here? Alright, that was my DM saying got it for the... Alright, I know I'm going to be dropping this on our San Bernardino drop yard. So it turned out I was supposed to stop one axle at a time on the plate. But, but it was hard to tell because based on the construction of the skill here, it looked like it might have been a multi, like where it could actually check, where it could scale the individual axles even when you're all the way on it. But now it turned out it's the other way. You put one axle on at a time and then she'll flip the light green. And and then you bring the next set of axles on, and then it'll turn red, and then they'll turn to green again when it's basically like that. So my gross weight is only 75,000 pounds. It's highly likely it's going to scale fine if I put it on the cat scale. Since especially since I'm going to be taking this to the drop yard and giving it to somebody else. I will definitely be scaling it out. I'm getting on the cat scale. Now normally, because I'm going to San Bernardino, normally I would be heading straight over to the east, over across Highway 223 to Highway 58, and then I usually take Highway 14 down from Mojave down to the kind of around the Palmdale, Lancaster area. There's kind of a shortcut route I can use to get over there. To get around Palmdale and Lancaster, so I'm gonna bypass the. Damn, how fast do you got to come up to that damn stop sign there, bus? Holy shit! And you got passengers in that thing? I hope not. All right, this car's being nice, waiting for me. Thanks. Oh, she's not even looking, but I was trying to wave thank you to her. Alright, so I mentioned this load is going to New Caney, Texas, to the Walmart distribution center there. I will not be delivering it myself. I'll be taking it to the drop yard. So we're just going to get over that cat scale real quick. I'll probably go to accelerate just because that was something you guys had suggested on recent videos. Hey, can I go ahead and add in where I cat scaled out at and how it was scaled, and what the results were and all that kind of stuff. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm not going to talk my way all the way up to there though, but we're going to come over to Weed Patch Highway, which is over here to the west, and we're turning north. And just before we get over to Highway 58, there will be, on the right side, there will be a truck stop there. Flyers or 24/7 truck stop or whatever. I can't remember what they call it. Any of the above. But they got a cat scale there. I'm going to go ahead and scale it out there and then we'll get rolling. Alright guys, we are just about to the truck stop now. This is Weed Patch Highway, by the way. I think I mentioned that earlier, but I'm not positive. It's Highway 184, otherwise known as. So take note of this, because I will have some info for you when you get through picking up from the shipper, and maybe you're depending on what route you're wanting to get out of the area. Now, me personally, I usually go through Mojave and then Lancaster area, and then work my way over to I-15 and the Cajon Pass. Then I'll take I-215 down from DeVore into San Bernardino, and we'll basically work my way to I-10 right there. Now, some of you guys might have more of a preference to go down to I-5 and take the 210 over to the 10. Now, if you decide to do that, where I made the right turn during high-speed mode, come on, dude. Oh, there's someone walking across the street in front of this guy. It's like, I can't make my turn until you move your ass first. Alright. Anyway, if you make make a left instead of the right that I made, to go south on Weed Patch Highway, that'll take you straight right past the TA Travel Center in Wheeler Ridge, right there at the base of the Grapevine. Then you get on I-5 right there. So I'd be the way that some of you guys might want to go. I mentioned I try to avoid going anywhere near the LA Basin if I don't need to, especially this time of day, or when there's. Hopefully my tandems will get up on there before I. Yeah, all right, cool. Just enough. Might have gone just it. There we go. Alright, so as you see there, my weights are good. I got 11.6 on the steers, 31.380 on the drives, and 32.600 on the tandems. Because I'm going to be dropping this load, and the other driver, whoever's taking it over, might not be at the yard by the time I get there, I'm going to go inside and get a paper copy of the scale ticket. There's another driver getting her to come out right now. Shit. Coming out at the same time I'm trying to come in. I need to circle around, but we'll try to use. I want to get my tandems out of his space so he can go by. Alright, perfect opportunity for me to end the video here and swap out my SD cards, go get my paper ticket and all that. I don't really need a paper ticket if I'm just taking a load myself or gonna swap somewhere with somebody, and I can just show them mine through the phone. But oh, and by the way, I was watching one of Riding with Dave's new videos. I don't know if Riding with Dave watches my channel at all, but you know, once in a while he and I interact on there on his videos. Yeah, he had. The video he had just I guess the cat scale he was trying to use the Weigh My Truck app, same one that I was just using, but the scale didn't have the scale number on it like it usually does, and I guess he ended up hitting the button to try to figure that out. Like, you don't even really have to do that, because when you first get on the scale, it'll actually show what the name of the truck stop and location is right there on the thing, and it'll tell you the scale number right there. So as long as it actually shows that, then you don't need to worry about what's written or what's on there. If you're on maybe at another location like at the Pilot in Salinas, California, or the TA in Ontario, where they have two scales, or I think that TA has two, if I remember right. Yeah, if you have two different scales at the same site, then that becomes that can be where you kind of need to know that kind of information. But generally, it's just I just look on the when I get on the scale and start loading up the app, it'll when I first get to that interface screen, whatever, it actually tells me right there what it is. All right, well, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and call this one a day. I'm gonna get my loaded call sent out to go get the paper copy and be out of here. All right, you guys have a great day. We'll see you later.